working on and what can we expect from you?
So, yeah, I just started my new label, New Citizen. You know, after a run with Sony for 12 years, you know, they were making a lot of changes there, and I felt like in the midst of all of the different changes the company was making, it was time for me to make a change and try something different for me. And yeah, I just put out a single, I Need More. It's an urban single, you know, summer record, but the album Paradise Code is, you know, coming out later this year. And this project, you know, it's the first I'm experimenting a little bit, but I'm also making some music that I feel like my core fans are gonna love, with a little bit of experimentation in there. But ultimately, you're still getting the soul. You're still getting, you know, just keeping it fresh.
You want to tell us about your Essence Festival experience this year?
It's been amazing. I just got here about 45 minutes ago, you know, and to see, you know, how many people come out to support music, you know, still to see these types of shows, you know, it's inspirational for an artist. I mean, obviously, we all work as artists to, you know, place ourselves in these type of environments where we can perform at our highest levels. And for me, it's inspiration, you know, to go back in the studio and continue to create music that I feel like transcends, you know, all generations, so that I could possibly perform on one of these stages soon. And you know, just coming to New Orleans, when I come to New Orleans, I always get this just soulful, you know, vibe that, you know, reminds me of growing up in Baltimore, you know, with my grandmother and my cousins. And you know, it's always good to get that feeling after traveling the world and going to different places in the U.S. to come here. It's just, you know, the vibe is just, it's real, you know, it's raw. You know, the hospitality here is amazing. I was out at, what restaurant we went to earlier today? Went to Mabel's earlier today. The love was crazy over there. It was amazing. So the experience in New Orleans alone has been amazing so far.
So outside of music, Mario, what else can we expect from you? What interests do you have outside? Well, you know you do the fitness thing. You can't be looking good and tight after all these years. You know,
no, I'm definitely a health freak. You know, I love it. I love it. Nah, man, I definitely, you know, am into health. I travel a lot. You know, this business can be strenuous on artists, you know, and I think that we sometimes neglect ourselves, you know, trying to, you know, please labels and, you know, meet the expectations of other people, and sometimes you can lose yourself.